My name is Lily, and I am a survivor of the downtown east side in Vancouver. I am currently working on a novel about it, but technically, the 16th of November was my last day of using. Um, yeah, because I ran out of substances right before midnight. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. So, the 16th of November, my last day, I had been hanging out with this guy named Jordan. Um, and he had all of my stuff. We were supposed to go meet up. I was supposed to go do a job, right? Like I remember what we were doing. We were on our way to go collect something, and then I ran into my ex boyfriend. And this was about a couple of weeks before I left the street, or it could have even been a week before. Honestly, like that is how like close I was to getting like off the streets. And I ran into Brett, and I was like, I'm gonna go with Brett, and I left Jordan. And then for a week, I was trying to go to get into Jordan's apartment to grab my stuff from him. So finally, I met the guy that was staying at his apartment, and I was like, "Where's Jordan? He has all like my gun torch and like all of the stuff." And he's like, "He's not here right now." And the guy turned around, and I started digging through this box, and I found a can of uh MACE, but like the big ones for the bears. And I put it in my pocket real quick, and the guy's like, "Why are you going through my stuff?" And I was just like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was Jordan's. I was just looking for my things." And then, anyways, I took the can of mace and I took it down, and I went to across the street. I sold it for $20. I was like, "Yeah, I got $20." And then I went to go meet up with the guy that I got my stuff from. Picked up a bag, and then it got stolen from me, and I was so frustrated. I was so done. I was like, "Fuck this shit! I've been robbed every day this week. Like the night before was just bullshit." And yeah, I was just super frustrated. And I ended up seeing two people passed out with their bags in their hands, and I took them. Took both of them. I stole from two different people that day. And so I had two bags, and I was like, haha, I guess, that's how it works. So I ended up going to the 396, and I stayed there all night. And I was like, I'm going to make this last until tomorrow morning, and then I'm going to go to welfare and get more money. I tried, and I used at midnight, and I was like, okay, I, I guess I'll just see if I can make it till like 7 in the morning and sleep till 7. I didn't. I used a right before midnight, and then I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I was so sick. I went looking for the guy that I was hanging out with a couple of nights before. Um, One thing that I do admit I had a problem with in the end, like especially like when I knew that I wasn't getting back together with my ex, is I would lead men on. I would say that I was going to sleep with them, and then get high with them, and then when they passed out, I would leave. And if they SA'd me or if they were assholes to me, I robbed them. I know, it was really bad in the end. And I ran into this guy, and then he ended up being a total prick and was just like, but he was the guy who was supplying me for like the last couple of days. And at that point, I had nobody. I had nobody left. I didn't know anybody. And I was just so tired. Like, I was just done with the game. And I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. And like, I was just done. I was tired. I was tired of getting hurt by people. I was tired of getting physically hurt by people. I was tired of like using all of the time. I went to go see if I could find Miss Kim. She was sleeping, and it was just like I just, anyways, was frustrated at her because like she ended up bad Dale, and I just like didn't want to front anything off of her, and I was just like, I'm so over this. Like, I just don't know what to do. And I had two choices. I could walk down to Campbell Street and do a job, make $20, risk getting stolen from, risk being hurt, because doing SW out there is scary. Like, I'm very, very grateful to be healthy. And I'm very, very grateful to be alive. And or I could go to the fire department. And I walked down to the fire department, and I found a wheelchair, and I was like, I'm gonna go see if I can get some stuff for this. And then I walked down and it smelled like abscess so badly. Like I was just like, I can't take this with me. And I walked there to the welfare office and I ran into this guy that I knew and we were laying there. He was keeping me warm and then he kissed the back of my head and I wanted to vomit. I was just like, I cannot do this anymore. Like this is just rough. He's like, I'm gonna go get you something. I said, okay. I waited for him to leave. And then I walked across the street, went to the fire department, and I got out of Vancouver. And I knew that I was ready to get off the streets because like I had money on me. I had $1,100 for like I got it 2 days after I left the streets, and I kept it until I was ready to leave. Like I didn't spend money. I was just done. I was just done being out there. It was rough. I couldn't do it anymore. And yeah, I'm in Calgary now. I no longer uh, use fentanyl. I no longer live that life. I am like, I'm doing good. I don't live in anguish anymore. It's nice. And the way I look at it is like, it's very rare for people to get out of the downtown east side. Very, very rare. So the way I look at it is like there's books written about being a professional out here, but there's not very many books. I don't even know if there's a book about the survivor's perspective. So like, I just want to write something about like what it's like from another person's like a survivor's perspective, like how to actually get out of a situation, and that as impossible as it seems when you're on the streets, like, am I actually going to survive? Like, um, yeah, it is possible to get out of something that's really terrifying. It may seem impossible in the moment, but it just takes a moment of willpower and then just like holding on to that, like remembering like how bad it can get.